Welcome students to online classes of mathematics for class 9th. In this video we are going to study the chapter number 7, which is the triangles of NCERT textbook, and we'll try to cover the exercise 7.2. This is the session number 3 for this particular chapter. Myself Deepak Gautam, TGT Mathematics in Kendriya Vidyalaya Sangathan. So let's start with today's class. The topic that we are going to start today is the some properties of triangle. Okay, in which first you have to recall the definition of an isosceles triangle. You've already studied about the isosceles triangle in your previous classes. Okay, so let's see what is an isosceles triangle. A triangle in which two sides are equal is called an isosceles triangle. Okay, so any triangle in which one pair of side is equal, that triangle will be called an isosceles triangle. For example, you can see this triangle here. The length of the side AB is 3.5 centimeter. Also the length of the side AC is 3.5 centimeter, while the side BC is 5. So as you can see, these two sides each is of 3.5 centimeter. That means the side AB is equal to AC, and that means this triangle is an isosceles triangle. Okay, here AB is equals to AC. Okay, if you find this condition in any triangle that the one pair of opposite side is equal, that triangle will be called an isosceles triangle. Okay, now based on this we have a theorem, which is theorem 7.2. it is based on the isosceles triangle. Okay, we will also do the proof of this theorem. The statement of theorem is angles opposite to equal side of an isosceles triangle are equal. Okay, that means we have in this isosceles triangle, and we know that if it's an isosceles triangle, its opposite sides will be equal. Okay, this theorem is saying if it means angles opposite to equal side, so these, let's name it A, B and C. If these two sides are equal, that means their opposite angle, the angle opposite to A side AB is angle C, and angle opposite to side AC is angle B. So if these two sides are equal, their opposite angle will also be equal. That's what this theorem 7.2 says. Okay, so let's do its proof. First we'll write the given part. Let's write given here is an isosceles triangle ABC. Okay, in which let's say side AB is equals to AC. Okay, you can refer to this figure. So we have an isosceles triangle. We have to write an isosceles triangle, not in. Okay, given is an isosceles triangle ABC in which AB is equals to AC. We have to prove that the angle B, which is angle opposite to side AC, this one, is equals to angle C, which is the angle opposite to side AB, this one. Okay, so for its proof, first we'll do a construction. Okay, so in question we are given only an isosceles triangle. Okay, now we're going to do a construction. That means we will draw the angle bisector of angle A. Okay, we'll draw a bisector of angle A, which will be AD. So construction is draw the bisector of angle A and let it meet BC at D. Okay, so this A, when you draw the bisector of this angle A, it is meeting the BC at point D. Okay, now let's start its proof. It's very simple. Okay, we'll start with these two triangle ABD and triangle ACD. First we'll write in triangle ABD and triangle ACD, we have what we have here is we are given that this side AB and AC are equal. So in triangle ABD and ACD we have side AB equals to side AC. This is given to us in the statement of the theorem because this is an isosceles triangle. Okay, it's given that this triangle is an isosceles triangle in which its two opposite sides are equal. That's what we have written here. Okay, next we have the angle. So when you draw this bisector of angle A, so you'll get two angle, that is angle BAC. This one will be equals to angle CAD here. Okay, this angle B BAD, this angle, and angle CAD, this angle, they will be equal. Okay, so write angle BAD will be equals to angle CAD. Okay, and they are equal by construction because AD bisects angle A. Okay, because AD bisects angle A, and we have side AD is common for both the triangles, so therefore AD is equals to AD. Reason is this AD is common for both the triangle. Okay, so what we got here is we got one side, one included angle, and another side. So we got two sides and their included angle, that is SAS. So right, therefore triangle ABD is congruent to triangle ACD, and this is by SAS congruence rule. Okay, and this will implies that angle B is equals to angle C. Why they are equal? By property CPCT, which is corresponding parts of congruent triangles are equal. Okay, since these two triangles are congruent, so therefore their corresponding angles will be equal. If these two triangles are congruent, their corresponding angle B and angle C will be equal. Okay, so that's the proof of the theorem 7.2. Okay, now we have next theorem, which is 7.3. This theorem is the converse of theorem 7.2. It says the side opposite to equal angles of a triangle are equal. Okay, this is the side opposite to the equal side of a triangle are equal. This means in theorem 7.2 we studied that if sides are equal, then their opposite angles will be equal. While in 7.3 it's saying that side opposite to equal angle. So if the angles are equal, if this angle angle B and C are equal, then their opposite side AB and AC will be equal. Okay, it's saying if angle B is equals to angle C, then the side opposite to B is AC will be equals to AB. Okay, that's what this theorem says. While 7.2 was saying if AC is equals to AB, then angle B will be equal to angle C. While in 7.3 we have the converse of 7.2, which says if the angles are equal, then their opposite sides will be equal. Okay, so these are the two theorems that we have to study before the start of the exercise, because we are going to use these two in the next exercise. Okay, now let's move to the exercise 7.2. This exercise total have 8 questions, so we'll do all the question one by one here. First question is here: in an isosceles triangle ABC with AB equals to AC, so we have an isosceles triangle named ABC in which side AB is equals to AC, and the bisector of angle A and angle B intersect each other at O. We have to join then A to O, and we have to prove two things, that OB equals to AC and angle AO bisects angle A. So let's first draw its figure. So we are given an isosceles triangle, so make a figure of an isosceles triangle. Okay, like this. So let's name it A, B and C. Okay, so we have this isosceles triangle in which it's saying AB equals to AC. Further, it's saying the bisectors of angle angle B and angle C. The bisectors of angle B and C, that means let's draw the bisector of angle B and the bisector of angle C. They are meeting each other at point. Let's name it this point as O. Okay, that's given in the question. that they are meeting each other at O. Now further it's saying join AO. Okay, now what we have to do is we have to join this side AO. Okay, so my figure is not that accurate because I'm not using scale, but you have to use pencil and scale for drawing this figure. Okay, now let's start its proof. Let's write answer number 1. First thing that we are going to write is the given portion. So given here is, first thing that is given to us is an isosceles triangle ABC. So I'll write given is an isosceles triangle ABC in which, okay, let's write this which here, in which that AB is equals to AC. Okay, this is given to us in the question. And bisectors of angle B and angle C intersect at point O. Okay, so this is given to us. Next we'll write what we have to prove. To prove here is we have to prove two things. First one is that OB is equals to OC, and second one is AO bisects angle A. Okay, so it's given in the question that we have to do one construction. So we'll write the construction here. That construction is we have to join AO to A to O's. Okay, we have to join this, join A to O. Construction is join A to O. Okay, now let's start its proof. Okay, now you can see that we have to first prove that OB is equals to OC. We have to prove that these red lines are equal, or that OB equals to OC. For that, what we are going to do is we'll write in triangle ABC, in triangle ABC we have the side AB is equals to AC. This is given in the question because this triangle is an isosceles triangle. Therefore, by the theorem 7.2, in which we studied that in isosceles triangle the side opposite to the equal angles are equal. Okay, so we have these sides equal, therefore their opposite angle B and C will be equal. Therefore angle B will be equal to angle C. This is by theorem 7.2, which says angles opposite to the equal sides are equal. So we'll write angles opposite to the equal sides are equal. Okay, so in bracket you have to write angles opposite to the equal sides are equal. So since it was given that these sides are equal, so we concluded from the theorem using theorem 7.2 that their opposite angles will be equal. Okay, that means these two angles, angle B and angle C, will be equal. Okay, so if we multiply 1/2 in both sides in this equation, so we can write this as, or we can write this as, after multiplying 1/2 on the both side, that 1/2 angle B, that is half of angle B, will be equals to half of angle C. Since the two angles are equal, therefore their half will also be equal. Okay, so half of angle B will be equals to half of angle C. So it's given question in the, it's given that this OB and OC are the bisector of angle B and C. Okay, so the half of angle B will be, this is the complete angle B, its half will be angle OBC. Okay, its half of the angle will be OBC. So at the place of half angle B, we can write angle OBC equals to, similarly half of the angle C can be written as OCB, angle OCB. Okay, so now since we got that these two angles are equal, so if these two angles are equal, that means their opposite side will also be equal by theorem 7.3. okay, so this implies that, this implies, what this will imply is that since we got these two angles are equal, therefore the opposite side OB and OC will be equal. OB will be equals to OC, and this is by the theorem 7.3, which says sides opposite to the equal angles are equal. That is, sides opposite to the equal angles are equal. Okay, sides opposite to the equal angles are equal. Okay, so that's what we have to prove in the part 1, that OB equals to OC, which we have got here. Now we have to prove the second part. This was first. Second one is, we have to prove that AO bisects angle A. For that, now what we're going to do is we'll prove that these two triangles are congruent, then by CPCT these two parts will be equal. Okay, so now we'll write in triangle ABO and ACO, in triangle ABO and triangle ACO, we have, what we have here is, first we are given that side AB and AC are equal, so we got one equal side, that AB equals to AC. Okay, this is given. Okay, so if these sides are equal, then their opposite angle, this implies their opposite angle B will be equals to angle C. Okay, this is again by the theorem 7.2. You have to write the statement of the theorem, which is angles opposite to the equal sides are equal. So write angles opposite to the equal sides are equal. Okay, so I have to write why we have got this angle B and C equal, because their opposite angles are equal. So if angle B and C equal, their half will also be equal. Okay, so we can write, or half of angle B will be equals to half of angle C. So at the place of half angle C, we can write this part of the angle, and that is angle ABO. Okay, so at the place of half angle, we can write angle ABO. Similarly, at the place of C, we can write angle ACO. Okay, so now we got one side, one angle, and this OB and OC we have already proved equal here. Okay, so write, and OB is equals to OC, like proved above. Okay, so write proved above. So what we got here is side, angle, and side. So we'll write, therefore triangle ABO is congruent to triangle ACO. This is by side angle side congruence rule, side angle side congruence rule. Okay, and this implies that, okay, this implies the angle ABO, not ABO, angle BAO AO will be equals to angle CAO. Okay, hence and this is by CPCT, corresponding parts of congruent triangle. Okay, hence AO bisects angle A. Since these two angles are equal, BAO is this one and CAO is this one. So if these two angles are equal, that means this AO is bisecting angle A. Okay, so that's the proof of this part second of question number 1. Okay, now moving ahead to the next question, we have in triangle ABC, AD is the perpendicular bisector of BC. So we have this triangle ABC in which this AD is the perpendicular bisector of BC. That means the angle here is 90 degree, also 90 degree here. We have to prove that is so that ABC is an isosceles triangle in which AB is equals to AC. Okay, this is very simple, like we proved in the theorem. Let's try answer number 2. First we'll mention the given portion. Given here is an isosceles triangle ABC, an isosceles triangle ABC in which what we have here is AD is perpendicular bisector of BC. Perpendicular bisector means it's forming an angle of 90 degree here, and also it is dividing the baseline BC into two equal parts. That means BD is equals to DC. Okay, that's what is given in the question. Okay, that is BD is equals to DC. Okay, as this AD is the perpendicular bisector, so this BD is equals to AC, an angle ADB is equals to 90 degree. Okay, that's what given in the question. We have to prove that ABCD is isosceles triangle. We have to prove that ABC is an isosceles triangle. Okay, in which AB is equals to AC. So simply we have to prove that AB is equals to AC. That means we will get the one pair of opposite side, one pair of side in this triangle equal. Therefore this triangle by default will be an isosceles triangle. Okay, let's start its proof. It's very simple. We'll consider these two triangles, and you can see in these triangles we have this side common. This AD is common for both the triangle. This angle here is each of 90 degree, and this AD, since AD is bisecting BC, that means this BD and DC are equal. So what we got here is we got this side, then the angle, and this side. Similarly, side, angle, and side. So by SAS these two triangle will be congruent. Then by simplicity their corresponding sides will be equal. Okay, since these two sides are equal, then therefore this triangle will be an congruent triangle. Okay, so let's write as proof. In triangle ADC and ABD and ACD, in triangles ABD and triangle ACD, we have what we have here is that BD equals to DC as AD bisects BC. Okay, reason for this one is AD bisects BC. Then we have angle ADB is equals to angle ADC, each of 90 degree, because this AD is perpendicular on BC. Okay, so we got one side, one angle, then this side AD is equals to AD. So in both triangle we have AD, and which is common for both the triangle. So by angle, sorry, side angle side SAS, these two triangle will be congruent. Okay, so right, therefore triangle ABD is congruent to triangle ACD. This is by side angle side congruence rule. Okay, so this implies that this side AB is equals to side AC. This is by CPCT, corresponding parts of congruent triangles are equal. Hence ABC is an isosceles triangle, and that's what we are asked to prove here. First we have to prove that this ABC is an isosceles triangle, and then AB equals to AC. So we have proved both part. Okay, that AB is equals to AC and ABC is an isosceles triangle. Okay, that's the answer of question number 2. Now moving to the next question, we have question number 3, which says in triangle ABC. So ABC is an isosceles triangle, so it's given that ABC is an isosceles triangle in which altitude BE and CF are drawn to equal sides AC and AB. Okay, so we have here two altitudes which are BE and CF, which are drawn to equal side AC and AB. That means this AB is on AC, which is equals to AB. So we have this isosceles triangle in which side AB and AC are equal, and BE and CF are to altitude. Okay, we have to show that these altitudes are equal. That means we need to prove that this BE is equals to CF. Okay, that's what we have to prove here. So let's start it on its answer. Number 3, first we'll write the given portion. Given here is an isosceles triangle, ABC in which what we have, the side AB is equals to AC, and BE and CF are the altitudes drawn to sides AC and AB respectively. Okay, so simply we have an isosceles triangle ABC in which AB is equals to AC, and BE and CF are the altitudes drawn to sides AC and AB respectively. So it means BE is on AC and CF is on AB. You can see from the figure also. Okay, so let's start its proof now. So first we'll write the given part. After that we'll write what we have to prove. We have to prove here is that altitudes are equal. That means altitude BE is equals to CF. Okay, let's start now its proof. See how we're going to prove this. We'll take these two triangles. I'm pointing out those triangles. We'll take this triangle ABE, that is ABE, this triangle, and we'll take the second triangle AFC, this triangle. Okay, can you look at this triangle? This is A, B, and this is E, and this will be A, F, and these point are C. So we will consider these two triangles, ABE and AFC. Okay, so in these two triangles, what we have here is this angle A is common for both the triangles, so we got one pair of angle. Then we have, since it is an isosceles triangle, that is opposite side AB and AC are equal, that means this AB is equals to AC. Okay, also the angle here is, since this angle is 90 degrees, so angle here will also be 90 degrees, so angle E will be 90 degrees. Similarly, as this is an altitude, so angle F will also be a 90 degree angle. So by angle side angle, so we have angle side, sorry, angle side. Similarly here, angle side, that is AAS, congruence rule, we will prove that these two triangles are congruent. Okay, so we will start with the triangle ABE and ACF. In triangle ABE and triangle ACF, we have, what we have here is, first we'll write the angles, that is angle B. So let's write angle AEB, angle AEB, this one, angle ABE, this angle is equals to angle AFC. Okay, AFC, each will be of 90 degrees. So right, they are equal because each of 90 degree. Okay, then we have another angle, angle A. Angle A can be written as BAE and CAF. Angle BAE will be equals to angle CAF. Okay, because angle A is common for both the triangle. So right, angle A is common. Okay, you can see that this angle A is common for both the triangle here. So the BAE for this triangle and CAF for this triangle are equal. Okay, then we have side AB is equals to side AC. Okay, this is given in the question because given triangle is an isosceles triangle. Okay, so we got, what we got here is, we got angle and side. So AA by AA is got congruence criteria, these two triangles will be congruent. So right, therefore triangle ABE is congruent to triangle ACF, and this is by angle side congruence rule. Okay, and this implies that the corresponding side BE will be equals to CF. So since these two triangles are congruent, so their corresponding side, these two sides will be equal by CPCT. Okay, so BE will be equals to CF, and this is by CPCT, that is corresponding parts of congruent triangle are equal, and that's what we are asked to prove here, that BE is equals to CF. We have to prove that altitudes are equal. Okay, I hope you understood it. It's very easy. Okay, now moving to the next question, question number 4, which is quite similar to the question number 3. The figure is exactly same. The thing here is, we have a triangle ABC. This time it's not measuring whether this triangle is isosceles triangle or not. Okay, it's just simply saying ABC is a triangle in which altitude BE and CF to side AC and BC are equal. So this time we are given that BE is equals to CF. Okay, this time this is given that BE and CF are equal. Okay, now we have to prove that this time we have to prove that this AB and AC are equal. Okay, while in question number 3 we are given that this AB and AC are equal, and we are asked to prove this one by, in question number 1, so 4, it's reversed, that we are given BE is equals to CF and we have to prove that AB equals to AC. So when you prove AB, and we have to prove that triangle AB is congruent to triangle ACF, and AB equals to AC. Okay, we have to prove two things here. So first we'll start by writing the given portion. Right, answer number 4 given here is a triangle ABC. So you will not write isosceles triangle, so you just write a triangle ABC in which BE is altitude BECF, in which altitude BENCF, two sides AC and AB are equal. Okay, so what it's saying, the altitudes B and CF are equal. Okay, we have to prove here two things. First one is that triangle ABE is congruent to triangle ACF. Second, we have to prove that AB is equals to AC. Okay, and that ABC is isosceles triangle. Okay, we have, once you prove that these two triangles are congruent, by simplicity these two sides will be equal. Okay, so we have to prove that ABC is also a isosceles triangle. Now let's start proof. Okay, so again first we're going to start with the two triangle ABE, this one ABE, and triangle AFC. Okay, this is ABE, this is AFC. Okay, in these two triangle it's given that the altitudes BE and CF are equal. That means these altitudes are equal. Again, angle A is common for both the triangle, right? And angle E and angle F are each of 90 degree. Therefore, again by angle side, these two triangles will be congruent. Okay, once these two triangles, first we have to prove here that these two triangles are congruent. Once these two triangles are congruent, then therefore their corresponding sides will be equal. Okay, hence ABCD will be an isosceles triangle. So let's start its proof. In triangle ABE and triangle ACF, in triangle ABE and in triangle ACF, we have what we have here is, first we'll write the angle A is common for both the triangles. So write angle BAE is equals to angle CAF, as angle A as angle A is common. So BAE and CAF will be equal. Then we have the angle, these angle E and F are equal because each will be of 90 degrees. All right, and angle AEB is equals to angle AFC, each of 90 degree. Angle, this angle AEB is this one and angle AFC is this one. These two triangles are equal, so these two angles are equal. And we have another thing, which is that BE is equals to CF. BE is equals to CF. This is also given. So what we got here is, we got angle and side. Therefore by AAS criteria these two triangles will be congruent. So right, therefore triangle ABE is congruent to triangle ACF by AAS congruency rule. Okay, so that's what we are asked to prove in the first part. Now come to the second part. We have to prove that AB is equals to AC. So write, since triangle ABE is congruent to triangle ACF, therefore side AB will be equals to side AC, because corresponding parts of congruent triangle are equal, that is CBCT. If these two triangles are congruent, so their corresponding side will be equal. AB will be equals to AC. Hence ABC is an isosceles triangle, and that's what we were asked to prove in the part second. Okay, that AB equals to AC, and then by default ABC will be an isosceles triangle. Okay, now moving to the next question, question number 5. We have ABC and DBC are two equal triangle. We have two, so ABC and DBC are two triangles on the same base. So we have two triangle ABC and DBC which are on the same base, this BC. Okay, we have to show that the angle ABD is equals to angle ACD. ABD is this one, this complete angle, and ACD is this complete angle. We have to prove that these two angles are equal. Okay, let's start the answer number 5. First we'll mention the given portion. So what we have is here two isosceles triangle. We given is two isosceles triangle which are ABC and DBC on the same base. The common base here is BC. We have to show, or we have to prove one thing. To prove that angle ABD is equals to angle ACD. Okay, it's also very simple. Let's start its proof. Proof here is, we'll start with the triangle ABC. In triangle ABC we have, since it is an isosceles triangle there, and it's given that these two sides are equal, that in triangle ABC we have AB equals to AC. This is given. Okay, since ABC is an isosceles triangle. Okay, and this implies that by theorem 7.2, which says the angles opposite to the equal sides are equal. So if ABC is equals to AC, their opposite angle ABC and ACB will be equal. So angle ABC will be equals to angle ACB. Okay, this is by theorem. Angles opposite to the equal sides are equal. So write angles opposite to the equal sides are equal. That's why these two angles are equal. Okay, we'll write also in triangle. Now we have triangle DBC. Triangle DBC we have, in triangle DBC we have side DB is equals to DC. Okay, this is given. Therefore the angle DBC and DCB, angle DBC and angle DCB will be equal. This is again by angles opposite to the equal sides are equal. So write that property again. Angles opposite to the equal sides are equal. Okay, angles opposite to the equal sides are equal. Now let's name it this one as equation 1 and this as equation number 2. So we'll add both the equation. So on adding equation 1 and equation 2, we get what we get here is, we'll add these two portions. That first we'll add these two angle on the left hand side, that ABC plus DBC, that is angle ABC plus angle DBC equals to, then we'll add the right hand side angle, that is angle ACB plus angle DCB. Okay, so when you add these two angles, you will eventually get this ABC plus DBC will be, this ABC is this one and DBC is this one. When you add that, you will get angle ABD. This will result into angle ABD. Similarly, this ACB and DCB will result into angle ACD. Angle ACD, and that's what we are asked to prove in the question number 5, that ABD is equals to ACD. We have proved that here ABD is equals to ACD. Okay, now moving to the next question, we have question number 6, which triangle ABC is an isosceles triangle in which AB equals to AC, which is this side AB is given equals to AC, and it's saying side BA is produced to point D. This side BA is produced in this direction till point D, such that AD is equals to AB, such that this AD is equals to AB. So that means this AD is also equals to AB. Okay, so these two sides are given equal, and also these two are given equal. Okay, so we have to prove that angle BCD is a right angle. The angle BCD, which is this one, is a right angle. Okay, so let's start its answer number 6. We'll start with the writing given part. The given here is an isosceles triangle ABC, an isosceles triangle ABC in which AB is equals to AC and BA is produced to point D, such that AD is equals to AB. And we have to prove one thing. To prove here is, we need to prove that angle BCD is right angle, or you can prove this, that is angle BCD is equals to of 90 degree. Okay, right angle with each measure should be 90 degree. Okay, so now let's start its proof. Okay, so what we are going to do here first, now as it's given that the side AB and AC are equal. Okay, so in triangle ABC, we have, what we have here is, we are given that side AB is equals to AC. This is given. Okay, since these two sides are equal, so their opposite angle B, and angle ABC and ACB will be equal. So this implies angle ACB is equals to angle ABC. Okay, this is by these angles opposite to the equal sides are equal. So we'll write the reason here, angles opposite to equal sides are equal. Okay, so the reason for this one is angle opposite to the equal sides are equal. That means angle this here ABC and ACB are equal. Okay, Similarly, now we look for this side, that is, now since AB is equals to AD, this is given in the question that AB and AD are given equal here, so this is also given. Since this AB and AD are equal, this AB and AD are equal, and we also have that, you can notice from here that this AB is equals to AC. Similarly, this AB is equals to AD, which means this AC and AD are also equal. Okay, so we'll conclude from here that this implies what it implies, it will be that AD will be equals to AC. That means these two sides of the triangle, this one and these two, will also be equal. So if these two sides are equal, their opposite angle will also be equal. Okay, therefore their opposite angles are in triangle ACD. Okay, their opposite angle will be angle ACD will be equals to angle ADC, this angle. If these two sides are equal, so their opposite angle ADC and angle ACD will also be equal. Okay, okay. Reason for this one is angles opposite to the equal sides are equal. Angles opposite to equal sides are equal. Okay, so we got the angle ACD is equals to angle ADC. Okay, now let's name this one as equation 1 and this as equation 2. What we will get from here is, so what we're going to do is we'll add the two equation 1 and equation 2. That is, on adding equation 1 and equation 2, we get, okay, in equation 1 we have ACB and ABC. Okay, so we will write this as, on the left hand side term we'll write angle ACB added to angle ACD. On the other side we'll write angle ABC plus angle ADC. Okay, now you can see this angle ACB and ACD are here. ACB is this one and ACD is this one. When you add these two angles, you will get angle BCD. Okay, so we can replace these two angles by BCD, and we have this angle, this is BCD, angle ABC plus angle ADC. Okay, so when you add these two angles ACD and ACB and ACD, you will get the angle BCD. Now adding the angle BCD on both sides, we can add on adding angle BCD on both sides in above equation, we get, okay, since we already have BCD here, so this will be BCD plus angle BCD, okay, equals to angle ABC plus angle ADC plus angle BCD. What we did here is we have added this extra angle BCD onto the both side in this equation. Okay, so we got BCD plus BCD equals to ABC plus ADC plus BCD. Okay, now you will notice that this ABC, ADC and BCD are all three angle, this one ABC, ADC and BCD are these three angles. okay, and in triangle BCD the sum of all three angles should be 180 degree. Okay, so these are the three angles of a triangle. So we can write this as this BCD plus BCD will become twice of angle BCD equals to 180 degree, because the sum of all these three angles will be 180 degree. From here BCD will be 180 degree, and when you divide 180 by 2 you will get 90, and that's what we were asked to prove, that BCD is equals to 90 degree, that is BCD is a right triangle. Okay, so that's the solution of question number 6 of exercise 7.2. Now moving to the next question, we have two more questions in this exercise, which is now next is the question number 7, which says ABC is a right angle triangle in which angle A is 90 degree and AB equals to AC. So we have a right angle triangle, okay, in which angle A is of 90 degree, and angle AB, side AB is equals to AC. We have to find the measure of angle B and angle C. Okay, this is very simple. First draw a right angle triangle like this. Okay, this angle is right angled, this is right angled at point A, so let's name it A here, B and C. In question is given that AB is equals to AC, that is AB is equals to AC. This angle is of 90 degree. We have to find the measure of angle C and B. Okay, so let's start. First we'll write the answer and the given part. Given here is a right triangle ABC in which angle A is 90 degree and AB is equals to AC. We have to find is we have to find that measure of angle B and angle C. Okay, so let's start the solution now. Here we are not asked to prove anything, so we'll write the solution. Okay, since in the triangle ABC, in triangle ABC we are given that side AB is equals to AC, and from the theorem we know that the angles opposite to the equal sides are equal. So this implies, so in this triangle we have two equal sides, so this will imply that the angle opposite to this side will also be equal. So the angle opposite to AB is angle C and the angle opposite to AC is angle B, and they are equal. Okay, so we got that angle C is equals to angle B, and in question we are given the measure of angle A is 90 degrees. So we are not going to use all three angles and we'll apply the angle sum property in triangle ABC. Okay, so we'll write in triangle ABC, we have that angle A plus angle B plus angle C has to be equals to 180 degree, because we know that the sum of the all three angle of a triangle is 180 degree, which is the angle sum property of triangle. Okay, so angle 90 is A is given as 90, and we have got here that angle B and angle C are equal. So at the place of angle C we can write this angle B, because B is already equals to angle C is already equals to B. So at the place of this angle C we'll write the angle B. Okay, why we are writing this? Because the measure of both angle are equal, so we can replace one by the other. Okay, so this will be equals to 180 degrees. So from here it will be twice of angle B will be equals to 180 degree. This plus 90 will become minus 90 on this side, so we'll get angle B equals to 180 degree minus 90 degree will be 90 degree divided by 2, or angle B is 180 degree divided by 2, it is 90 degree. divided by 2 is 45 degree. Okay, hence angle B is equals to angle C equals to 45 degree, and that's what we are asked to find here, the measure of angle B and angle C. Okay, now moving ahead to the next and the last question of this exercise, which says show that the angles of an equilateral triangle are 60 degree each. So we have this equilateral triangle. Equilateral triangle means the angle in which the measurement of all sides is equal, and also the all three angles are equal. Okay, let's write the answer number 8. Okay, we have to draw its figure also. So we'll draw an equilateral triangle. You will use pencil and scale for drawing this triangle. I'm doing it roughly. Okay, here let's name it triangle A B C. Okay, in which side AB is equals to BC equals to AC, and we have to prove that all three angles are also equal. Okay, so given will be here. Let ABC is an equilateral triangle in which side AB is equals to BC equals to CA. Okay, this is given because we know that in equilateral triangle all the length of all sides is equal. We have to prove that all three angles are of 90 degree, that 60 degree, that is angle A equals to angle B is equals to angle C equals to 60 degree. That's what we have to prove here. Let me write it again. Is 60 degree each. Okay, let's start its solution or the proof of this one will be, since all three sides are equal, so write in triangle ABC, since side AB is equals to BC, therefore this will implies that their opposite angle, that is angle opposite to side AB is angle C, is equals to angle opposite to BC is angle A. Let's name it equation 1, and reason for this one is the angles opposite to the equal side of a triangle are equal, so we'll write that here, angles opposite to the equal side of a triangle are equal. Okay, so that's the equation number 1. And also, since now let's take another next two sides, that BC is equals to CA, so there this implies that the angle opposite to side BC and CA will also be equal. The angle opposite to BC is angle A, and angle opposite to CA is angle B. Let's name it equation 2, and the reason it is for this one is also same, that the angle opposite to the equal sides of a triangle are equal. Okay, so from these two equations you will see that this AC is equals to angle A, and again this angle B is equals to angle A. So both are equals to angle B and angle C are also equal. Okay, so from equation 1 and 2 we get, from equation 1 and equation 2 we get, what we get here is that the angle A is equals to angle B is equals to angle C. Okay, so in triangle ABC, the sum of angle A plus angle B plus angle C has to be equals to 180 degree. This is angle sum property of triangle. Angle sum property of triangle. All the three angles are equal, so we can replace the angle B and C by angle A also. So we have angle A. At the place of this angle B, we also can write angle A, and also at the place of C, we can write angle A equals to 180 degree. So when you add these three, you will get thrice of angle A equals to 180 degree, or angle A will be equals to 180 degree divided by 3, and this will result into angle A equals to 60 degree. Okay, and that's what we are asked to prove, that the measure of all three angle of equilateral triangle is 60 degree. So we have got the angle A is equals to 60 degree, hence angle A equals to angle B equals to angle C is equals to 60 degree. Okay, that's the required result. All three angles are of 60 degree. Okay, so with this we have completed the exercise 7.2, all the 8 question of the exercise. Okay, I hope you understood this question. What you have to do is practice this question multiple time by yourself, only then you will understand them better. Okay, so that's all for now. Thanks for joining here. Thank you.